Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a special Halloween closer look. So, this time around, we conclude our journey through the many worlds of Hammer horror as we take a look at their long awaited return. Yes, after almost 30 years away, Hammer came back in 2008. Not quite in the way people were expecting or hoping, but hey, it was great to see Hammer back, and hopefully, this will be the start of many great things to come. Was it? Is it? Will it be? I don't know. Well, let's take a look at how it's gone so far today on a closer look on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Okay, so we have quite a stack of titles to get through this time around, so let's not waste any time. Let's head on down to the black table and check them out. So it had been almost 25 years since the world had heard anything from Hammer Films until 2008, when we got Beyond the Rave. And longtime fans of Hammer were a little confused because, first off, this is not a typical gothic horror type of thing like they were used to seeing from Hammer. Second off, it wasn't a movie. It was actually a miniseries, a web miniseries for a little streaming video site you might have heard of called MySpace TV. Yeah. MySpace used to be the king of the castle as far as social media, and I guess Hammer was banking on them taking over the video streaming world as well. But of course, another little site called YouTube had been around for a few years at that point, and, well, basically squashed all the competition in that area. So MySpace TV came and went without much fanfare, but I think they were probably hoping that the big, long-awaited return of Hammer would be enough of a draw to get people curious about it, but apparently not. And sadly, Beyond the Rave didn't get much exposure beyond that appearance and this one single solitary DVD release. So the miniseries was released in 2008, the DVD came out in 2010, and it's never had any other kind of release or streaming service appearance or anything since. So yeah, get this while you can, because it's long out of print. And I was actually lucky to get this. My longtime viewer and good friend, Little Retro Rocker 6, actually tracked this down for me over in the UK and sent it over, which was very, very nice of him. So we'll just take a quick peek inside. So yeah, no insert or anything, but we do at least have the full miniseries on DVD. And a few extras on here. We've got bonus scenes. Episode 21, Necro's First Kill. Oh yeah, it's 20 episodes, by the way. Each episode is like 2 or 3 minutes long. The whole thing is basically the length of a normal horror movie, about 90 minutes or so. And then we have Beyond the Rave from script to screen, character clips, cast and crew commentaries, teaser, a trailer, and stills gallery. So there you go. So you can find this online if you poke around a bit, but honestly, I would say just try to track down the DVD. It's way better quality than all the versions I've seen in streaming land. So there you go. It's essentially a modern-day vampire story mixed with rave culture and has some pretty ripping techno music for the soundtrack. So, you know, it's fun, but it's definitely not classic Hammer by any stretch. So the same year Beyond the Rave was trying to single-handedly make MySpace TV relevant, there was a little theatrical film that was doing quite well elsewhere in the world. And, well, after MySpace TV basically collapsed in on itself, Hammer decided to pick up the rights to this one, let the right one in, and do their own remake a couple years later in 2010 with Let Me In. I've seen this one. I still have yet to see this one, so looking forward to checking out the original. In fact, when I saw this one, I don't think I even knew it was a remake. I just watched it as its own thing and really enjoyed it a lot. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking out the original. Let's take a quick look at the original here. This is not a Hammer film, but just out of curiosity, you know, take a peek at it. I think, yeah, there's a few special features on here. Deleted scenes, behind the scenes photo gallery, and theatrical poster gallery. And then inside, yeah, just nothing special, just the disc art there. It's quite nice. And then Let Me In. Very nice cover there. There was a slipcover for this, but I was quite late getting the Blu-ray, so unfortunately I missed out on the slipcover. And there we go. So this one for bonus features, we've got feature audio commentary with writer-director Matt Reeves. Yeah, Matt Reeves, who's doing the new Batman movie. Very cool. So this was one of his first sort of big claims to fame. From the inside, a look at the making of Let Me In, the art of special effects, car crash sequence step-by-step, deleted scenes, and more. So a very nice little addition there. And just crack that open. And there we go. So it does have a reversible cover. This is, of course, the Canadian release. So it actually has a reversible cover with primarily French on the back. The spine actually has both French and English, which is not uncommon for Canadian releases. And it's the same with the French side. It has both the English and French. So there we go. So this is more of a return to form for Hammer, you know, and much more, I think, in line with what people were expecting when they heard that Hammer was coming back after so many years. Next up, from the following year, 2011, we have The Resident with Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Hilary Swank. I don't know why this is in a DVD case, by the way. Apparently there is an edition out there that's just in a regular Blu-ray case, but this is the one I got for some reason. I have no idea why. But that's okay, whatever. I'm just happy to have the movie. But I will show you something else that's kind of a curiosity about it in just a moment here. This one is actually bare bones, it seems. I don't see any extras listed on here at all, so I guess that's that. So we crack it open. Eco case. But look at this. A flipper disc? What the hell? I didn't think they did those anymore. Well, here's the thing. You see on the cover, Blu-ray DVD? That's literally what this is. It's Blu-ray on one side, DVD on the other. So it's actually a flipper disc. I know that that was a pretty common practice with HD DVD, like a million years ago, but I've never seen that with a Blu-ray before. The only other thing I've seen, and that I have in my collection, was the DVD of Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows, where it had a flipper disc like that, but on one side was the DVD, on the other side was actually the CD soundtrack of the film. So, kind of strange. They were, you know, pushing it as this big new technology, but it never really caught on. Should also mention Christopher Lee in his final Hammer film appearance. Yep, there you go, the master himself. Next up, from a little later in 2011, we have Wakewood, a good old-fashioned ghost story. So, very cool stuff. This is definitely getting more into what one might expect from a modern Hammer. You know, good old supernatural horror. Special features, deleted scenes, and that's it. Got some deleted scenes. Woohoo! Hey, something's better than nothing, right? And there you go, very nice disc art there. And an eco case, which you know I just love. Not really, but whatever. Next up, probably one of the highest profile films from New Hammer, aside from Let Me In. We have Daniel Radcliffe in The Woman in Black, based on the novel by Susan Hill. Now, of course, this is actually the second adaptation of The Woman in Black. The BBC did a TV movie adaptation in 1989, which also just recently got a Blu-ray release, by the way, but Region B only, sadly, so you'd need a region-free player for that one. But yeah, kind of cool. I think I got this one for free, actually, and there was the horror pack, I think it was called. Basically one of those subscription boxes, in this case, where you get a bunch of horror movies every month. Yeah, they sent me one for free a while back for review purposes, and this was one of the movies that was included, so it was pretty nice. And I'll just take a look at the artwork on the insert there. Very nice, very nice. I love some creepy, ghostly kids. Always gets under my skin. And there we go. So that's The Woman in Black. Oh, and this is from 2012, by the way. I can't remember if I mentioned that. So it was a couple years until we heard from Hammer again. So in 2014, we got The Quiet Ones. Yeah, there we go. Very nice. And this one has actually a nice little selection of special features here. We've got an audio commentary with director, co-writer John Pogue and producer Tobin Armbrust. I almost read that as Armburst. It's like, ow, that sounds painful. Welcome to the experiment, Making the Quiet Ones, an ominous opening, deleted scenes, and outtakes. So, very nice. And open that up. And it looks like we have the same thing as we did with Let Me In. A reversible cover with the French title underneath. L'âme silencieuse. Les âmes silencieuses. Yeah, my French is terrible. I'll just stop tormenting you with that now. So, there we go. Very nice. And, well, the first one was quite successful, so Hammer decided to do their first sequel since coming back with The Woman in Black 2, Angel of Death. And they actually got Susan Hill herself to help out with the story on this one. Yeah, so the author of the original Woman in Black novel actually helped out with the script on this one, which is kind of cool. So, there we go. There is no second book, so this is strictly a film-only sequel. And pretty much nobody from the original is in it. So for special features, we have Pulling Back the Veil, the making of The Woman in Black 2, Angel of Death. And we have The Woman in Black 2, Angel of Death, Chilling Locations. I don't know why they have to put the entire title in there. And then we have a deleted scene. One single, solitary, deleted scene. They were just incredibly efficient with this one, apparently, and only filmed with exactly what they needed, other than that one scene. It's like, it's perfect without that one scene, so get rid of it. I don't know. Just crack it open there. And there we go, just some nice disc art in a lovely eco case once again. And last, but most certainly not least, it was 5 years until we heard from Hammer again, and we got The Lodge in 2019. And this is actually the last film from Hammer to date. And we haven't heard a peep out of them since. So I don't know if it's going to be another 5 years before we hear from them again. I don't know. When they first came back, they seemed to be cranking movies out fairly quickly. Thought, hey, maybe this is going to be like good old Hammer again. We're going to get like 5 or 6 movies from them every year. But nope, apparently not. It was short-lived. We had a couple years there where we had 2. Was it 2011 and 2014? We had 2 from them. But then, since then, it's just slowed to a crawl. I don't know what's going on there. So, kind of nice to get the slipcover with this one. One of the few. Actually, I think it's the only one I got the slipcover with because I was so late to the party on the rest of them. But, there we go. Do you have any special features on this? Nope, doesn't look like it. Looks like it's just bare bones. So just crack it open. Hey, at least no eco case. Yay! And not much in the way of disc art either, but hey, what can you do? At least I got the slipcover, and that's what really matters. So there we go. The last movie to date for Modern Hammer. Here's hoping that they haven't, disappeared again and that we'll hear from them again soon. So, if you want to know what your entire Modern Hammer collection will look like on the shelf, it'll look something like that if you go by release date. Let's go like that. There we go. Now you can see everything nice and clearly. Excellent. So there you go. All 8 films from Hammer's epic return that started in 2008 and ran at least up until 2019. Here's hoping that's not the last we hear of them. And there you go. So the long-awaited return of Hammer Horror seems to be kind of a mixed bag so far, but overall some pretty good stuff there. Some pretty solid entries for sure. I hope that's not all we see from them, because the last one was 2 years ago. This is 2021 when I'm filming this, and the last one was 2019. there was a 5-year gap between that one and the previous one, so I don't know, they seem to be really slowing down their output, so here's hoping it's not over already as soon as it started. I don't know, time will tell. Anyway, some Hammer is better than no Hammer. Just glad they at least tried to make a comeback, even if that's all we get from them. Alrighty, well that is it from me to you for now. So next week we'll be diving into something else. Seems like we've been doing a lot of Hammer lately. Well, to be fair, it's a pretty massive filmography, so it's quite a lot to cover. And that's not even all of it. I mean, I just kind of focused on some specific chunks of titles over the course of these closer looks. And hope it gave you a nice kind of overview sense of what's available and what's out there. Speaking of which, if you want to add any of the DVDs and Blu-rays that you saw in this video to your collection, be sure to check out the description down below for Amazon links. Using my Amazon links does help to support the show. I get a little kickback if you use my links, so I really appreciate that. And hope I can help you to fill in the gaps in your collection with those links. Anyway, that is it for this week. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. So until then, thanks very much for watching. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors. Don't forget to catch me on Twitch. I stream just about every day. And sayonara.